We're at the 2014 Washington Army National Guard Combatives Tournament. Army Combatives is different from what you see like on TV with MMA just because we're a family, you know? We're all here to learn from each other and get better and compete. Competing's fun. It always pushes us to become better. It's a lot more of a teaching and learning experience.
I think this is one of the coolest things the Washington Army National Guard does. It's very motivating and esprit de corps. You know, this is probably one of the few things you can test yourself as an individual to compete and, you know, bring it home for your organization. I'm passionate about it. The competition's fierce. We get high-skilled soldiers all the way from black belts in jiu-jitsu, black belts in judo, college wrestlers.
I really just like coming out and competing, whether it be combatives, wrestling. Just getting out and seeing what other guys have. So you want to match up with them. Teaches you respect, and to know your limits, and to know, just to show you where you're capable, where you stand, what your strengths are, and where you can get stronger.
I'm representing the Air Force side of the National Guard for the Combatives tournament. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I'm a mixed martial arts fighter. I'm also a 3rd place and 4th place finisher with the MACP tournament for the active duty side of the military. Any kind of sport makes morale, makes teamwork improve. It makes you tough from the ground up. I mean, we train to shoot guns and whatnot, but we're in a environment where there's a lot of civilians, and confidence with your weapon is great, but you need to have some confidence with your hands as well.
It helps you really discover who you are, stepping on the mat and facing your fears and going out and dealing with the nerves and the emotions of going out and potentially getting hurt. That's what this is about, is becoming a better person. You get to know yourself, know your strengths and your weaknesses, and all those will be exposed, on the mat.
Being a soldier, you need to be prepared to fight, bring it close and finishing the fight, especially with the enemy. So fighting people that obviously know what they're doing, good fighters, prepare us for worst case scenarios in the future.
This is a chance to test. This is the equivalent of going to the field to make sure that your forces are ready. So it's one thing to learn in a classroom environment, roll around with your buddies, but it's another thing to compete.
The outcome of winning this tournament is the pride of your organization and self-pride. Competitors 1st, 2nd, and 3rd will get a medal, and you'll get a trophy for your organization.
I mean, like winning, it just feels awesome. And on top of that, working out, practicing with fellow soldiers, we're fighting to win, but at the end of the day, we're all on the same team. It feels good to know that we're progressing, fighting good fighters, and kind of learning from that.
I'm always treating my opponents very seriously, and I never assume that I'm going to win.
Leave your ego and your nerves at the door. Just go out and do your best. Try not to get hurt. Try not to hurt somebody else. This isn't a real fight. This is a competition. When you win, it's a happy feeling. It feels good to win. Everybody likes to win, and nobody really likes to lose. But hopefully, at the end of it, when you're done, whether you won or lost, you take something home, and learn from it.
Don't be afraid to come. I think a lot of people that would have been great competitors, maybe even tougher than me, don't come because they're maybe out of shape or they just don't feel 100%. Nobody's 100%. I'd say get out there and do it, and that experience, even if it's a loss, is still a pretty good gain.